It's Conference Championship week here in the second year of the Dave Show Dynasty. Welcome in, everybody. Joining me here is Harry Downer. I'm David Johnson.
So wait, you sat and watched all 5 of these games?
Hell yeah!
Man, there's no way you're ever gonna get a girl.
Oh, come on, Harry. You know becoming a YouTube star is one of the hottest things you can do.
Hey, last time I checked, I didn't see a line of women outside your door.
Give it time.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, let's run down the games. We'll head out to a chilly Charlotte, North Carolina for the ACC Championship. As for the second year in a row, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets come into the game ranked number 1. This year, they're taking on my former favorite team, the Seminoles of Florida State.
Former favorite team. Some fan.
Hey, you remember why I hate them now.
How could I forget?
Right? Screw FSU. Our next stop, the San Francisco Bay Area for the Pac12 Championship. The second-ranked USC Trojans fight on to battle number 5 Oregon.
Quack.
Then we'll head out to Atlanta, Georgia for the SEC Championship, where two-time Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Corey Marshall and the 6th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies take on the 8th-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks.
The Aggies are gonna take on the Cocks?
Oh yeah, let's start that up again.
Well, good thing we play with Cocks every year.
Alright, take it easy over there. We'll conclude the show in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Big Ten Championship as 9th-ranked Sparty takes on the number 20 Northwestern Wildcats. But first, let's head out to Arlington, Texas for the Big 12 Championship featuring the Red River Rivalry, which is surprising to see. We remember seeing defending national champion Oklahoma drop 4 in a row early in the year. Somehow they managed to straighten things out, winning 6 of their last 7.
Their quarterback got hurt, and luckily for them, the Big 12 is allergic to defense.
Well, this is why we aligned the Big 12 the way we did, to get this matchup at the end of the season. And this year, Texas is feeling disrespected. They're coming in with an 11-1 record and ranked only 11th. But here's why we play the games. At halftime, it's only 7-7.
What? Defense?
That's right. Both teams threw 2 interceptions in that first half as both are using backup quarterbacks.
Well, that explains it.
We move ahead to late in the third quarter. Texas up 10-7. OU quarterback Joel Muhammad finds Chad Meade for a gain of 28. On the next play, the handoff to John Cleveland and the Sooners take their first lead of the game. On the Longhorns' next possession, quarterback William Minor's pass is deflected and grabbed out of the air before it hits the ground by OU's Cedric Adams. Minor's 3rd interception of the game is the 2nd caught by Adams. On the very next play, the Sooners give it right back. And at this point, the teams have combined for 6 turnovers.
Well, this game takes place in December. I guess they're both in the spirit of giving.
Early fourth quarter, Texas back on top. Minor's pass is picked off by Eric Foreman and he's taking it to the house. 65 yards on the return.
Ho, ho, ho.
With just over 3 minutes to go, Texas with the ball inside the 20. Minor is sacked, fumble, recovered by the Longhorns. On the next play, Minor looking for the end zone. Almost picked off! And Texas would settle for a 45-yard field goal to come within 1. First play of the next OU possession and they're passing! Muhammad gets sacked for the 7th time tonight. The Sooners survive their stupidity. On 3rd and 3 with under a minute to go, they convert using the read option. Texas with no timeouts left, and that'll complete the upset. For the second year in a row, Oklahoma defeats Texas in Arlington to win the Big 12 title. I don't know what this game has in for Georgia Tech as they come strolling into the ACC Championship game ranked number 1 for the 2nd year in a row. Last year, they lost this game against Louisville in the snow. This year, they got a 3-loss Seminole team standing in their way. Final seconds of the first quarter, Yellow Jackets up 7-0. Quarterback Frank Rosario, the pitch to BJ Nelson from 6 yards out, scores the touchdown. Rosario would go down with bruised ribs on the play, but would return after halftime. In the meantime, now 14-7, the backup's in there and he's putting the ball on the turf. And the Seminoles recover. Matt Garcia with the fumble. It led to a Florida State field goal. This is the first play of the next Georgia Tech possession, and they're fumbling again. Tony Jackson puts the ball on the turf this time. However, they'd review the play and the call would get reversed. 8 plays later, Garcia leads them downfield. The pitch to Manuel Jones, and at halftime, Georgia Tech up 21-10. The Yellow Jackets with 181 yards rushing in the first half. They're not done. Rosario back in the game. This 34-yard run gets the Jackets into the red zone and leads to a field goal to get back up by 11. On the next Seminoles drive, quarterback Ben Anderson goes deep downfield to Mike Mack. 34 yards on the reception, down to the 3. On the next play, Anderson's running it into the end zone for his second touchdown rush of the game. The next Georgia Tech possession, Rosario running the option, finds an opening and he's off to the races. 61 yards on the carry would lead to another Jacket touchdown. With just over 4.5 minutes remaining, Florida State facing 4th down. Anderson finds Brandon Rogers. 27 yards later, he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Georgia Tech answers right back. A 10-play, 75-yard drive capped off with a 14-yard touchdown reception by Jay Jack. Anderson trying to lead a comeback. Lobs one up towards the sideline that's picked off by Roshan Scott. And that will seal the deal. Georgia Tech wins the ACC and punches their ticket to the BCS National Championship game. You still with me here?
I'm just watching you take glee in seeing the Seminoles lose.
Nah, it's not that big a deal. Besides, I miss this uniform. Love that helmet.
Obviously, since your Teambuilder school wears it.
Yeah, right? I just don't understand why the gold on the helmet and the pants don't match at all.
Here you go talking about the uniforms again.
Speaking of the pants and helmets not matching, did I mention we're tweaking the Dave Show uniforms a bit?
Oh God, is that your master plan to get your program on top?
Stay tuned. To the city I was born in, Santa Clara, California, for the Pac12 Championship game. We've got the second-ranked 2-loss USC Trojans rematching with one of the teams that beat them, the 5th-ranked 1-loss Oregon Ducks. Now, does that make any goddamn sense at all?
What? You gonna pretend to throw the game out in the garbage again?
Ugh! Levi Stadium was a year away from being completed when this game came out, so we're playing this game at the pro-style generic stadium they used to host the Fight Hunger Bowl.
It looks familiar.
I know, right? Just like in the Big 12 title game, both of these teams are stuck with backup quarterbacks and it shows early. 3rd play of the game, Daniel Robinson with the pick 6 for Oregon. SC recovers just fine though, up 14-7 early in the second quarter. Oregon's offense is yet to get going. Facing 4th and goal here at the 3, quarterback John Jones to the back of the end zone finds James Harrison for the touchdown. We move ahead to the 3rd quarter, still tied at 14. USC quarterback Van Lane is picked off by Allen Bailey. And as the sun sets, these teams are stuck in a defensive struggle. Not for long though, as Lane drops back to pass. Plenty of time, goes deep down the sideline to Steve Cunningham for a gain of 30. That drive would end with a field goal. On the next Trojan possession, the pitch to Terry Washington, 7 yards out, scores, and Southern Cal extends their lead to 10. The Ducks answer right back and start to finally look like Oregon again. A 7-play, 72-yard drive that takes 41 seconds is capped off with a Jones-to-Jones touchdown. They get the ball right back. 40 seconds to go. 3rd and 18 inside the SC 20. Lobs it in the end zone and is almost picked off by Richard Thomas. Oregon kicks the 36-yard field goal, and with 33 seconds to go, we're all tied up.
Whack, 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 whack.
Southern Cal not willing to settle for overtime. Oregon has Jones to Jones, and SC has Lane to Lane. Gain of 29. 2 plays later, 15 seconds to go. Lane. Over the middle to Jordan Wilson, what a throw! 31 yards on the reception. That sets up the potential game-winning field goal from 29 yards out. The kick is right down the middle. The USC Trojans win their 39th conference championship in exciting fashion and are likely headed to the national championship game.
Trojan man!
Nice. To Atlanta, Georgia for the SEC Championship. We've got a top 10 battle between Texas A&M and South Carolina. A&M quarterback Corey Marshall looking to become the first ever player to win 3 Heisman trophies. These teams met back in week number 1 with South Carolina prevailing 27-20. May also be worth noting that Dave Show went 0-2 against these teams, losing to South Carolina on a last-minute field goal.
It's not.
Early second quarter, Carolina up 10-0 and A&M yet to get a first down. And now they're getting intercepted. Marshall struggling early as E.J. Frank comes away with the pick. The Gamecocks turn that into a field goal. Late second quarter, A&M finally gets going. Marshall to Jeremy Davis for the 14-yard score. South Carolina answers right back. Anton Holt powers his way from 8 yards out for the touchdown. Suddenly, the offenses have come to life. Marshall to Mike Smith for 28 yards. 5 plays later, 2nd and 5 at the 11, Marshall to Roman Bennett at the back of the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. Third quarter action. Carolina quarterback Greg Rice is picked off by Gary Stevenson. That is Rice's 2nd interception of the game, and A&M is in business. First play of the ensuing Aggie possession. Marshall runs by a defender, breaks a tackle, gets down inside the 10 just short of the goal line. Matt Watson scores on the very next play, and Texas A&M has its first lead of the game. It wouldn't last though, as South Carolina grinds out 2 long drives to go up by 5. Halfway through the fourth quarter, A&M going for it on 4th down in Carolina territory. Marshall to Joe Rivers in the flat, first down. On the next play, Marshall gets hit but finds Joe Rivers, touchdown Aggies. Marshall knocked out of the game on that play. He would suffer a torn bicep and is questionable for the team's bowl game. Did he do enough? Under 2 minutes to go, South Carolina facing 4th and inches near midfield. The pitch to Holt, and he's stopped in the backfield. Texas A&M goes on to kick a 51-yard field goal, and with 1:21 to go, the Aggies are up by 6. South Carolina facing 3rd and 9 at their own 21. Rice over the middle to a wide-open Roy Green, crosses midfield, 35 yards on the reception. Carolina facing a 4th and 1 at the Aggie 35. Rice going deep, caught! J.J. Robinson! Touchdown Gamecocks! With 25 seconds to go, South Carolina is an extra point away from taking the lead. The kick is up, and the kick is good. What a shocking series of events here in Atlanta. Last chance for A&M with backup quarterback Matt Foreman in. He gets sacked. They have a timeout, but they don't call it. And the clock ticks away.
So much for the robot apocalypse.
I guess so. South Carolina wins their first ever SEC championship. Alright, let's wrap this up with the Big Ten title game. We've got the 9th ranked Michigan State Spartans and the 20th ranked Northwestern Wildcats. Halfway through the first quarter, 3-0 Northwestern, Spartan quarterback Larry Cantrell goes deep downfield to Andrew Bowman, 39 yards for the touchdown. First play of the ensuing Wildcat possession, quarterback Tyrone Mayo is picked off by Tim Shelby. Takes it down inside the 25. Sparty would immediately score late second quarter, up 21-3. Danny Green's 9-yard touchdown catch keeps the Cats in the game. Not for long though, as Larry Cantrell from near midfield sets up the screen to Charles Cannon, and what a perfect name as he shoots off across the field, down inside the 10. 3 plays later, Cantrell finds Tyler Nobles in the end zone for the touchdown. Early fourth quarter, Michigan State now up 31-13, Northwestern needing something to happen, and this isn't it. Ratliff puts the ball on the turf and the Spartans recover. Second play of the ensuing Michigan State drive, Cantrell sets up the screen to Cannon, and he's shooting out of a cannon again. 35 yards on the reception. Second and goal, Cantrell finds Tyler Nobles again for the 8-yard score. And this one was never in doubt. Northwestern added a touchdown in garbage time, but the Spartans get the win.
I think they're smelling the roses.
Haha, you're on to something. Larry Cantrell, the player of the game with only one incomplete pass, and a great name. And yes, it's over now.
Nobody's gonna get that.
That'll do it for championship weekend. In the next video, we'll reveal the bowl selections and the Heisman Trophy winner. So be sure to subscribe and click that little bell. You don't want to miss any of that. For Harry Downer, I'm David Johnson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next show.